Welcome to Stoughton Media Access Cable's Community Forum Show. My name is Steve Kelly and I'll be your host today. Today, I have the pleasure of bringing you South Shore Theatre Works' wonderful lead team, if you would. So, led by Richard Bento, Executive Director.
Yes,
right?
Executive Director and President.
And Melissa Lynch, who is Treasurer.
Yes.
Right? Making the wheels, nuts and bolts all work for you.
Yes, and a few other hats, but yes.
Yeah. And Tyler Cavanaugh, who's the chair of the membership committee, and not so coincidentally, is also the lead of the new Cabaret show, the upcoming show.
Yes.
That's right. And the MC is the lead.
Yes.
So we're going to come back and I'm going to ask you your favorite line from that show. I want you to share it with the audience and why it's your favorite.
Perfect.
All right, Richard, tell us about the South Shore Theatre Works in general, and then we'll talk a little bit about your next upcoming show, and then we'll go to Melissa and ask her about the past show. So go ahead.
Perfect. So South Shore Theatre Works is a brand new nonprofit community theater based here in the South Shore area of Massachusetts. We've been around for about a year, Steve, and we've done wonderful things this past year.
And it's only adults, right?
No, it is not.
Okay.
We have adult shows, but we also have what we call our junior productions, which are just for the youth up to the age of 18.
So I was kidding. You have a lot of children that you're bringing in.
Oh, do we ever?
Trying to get them established with going forward in perhaps an art career.
Correct. And, the arts help them. Theater, I find, helps them in all capacities of life. Help them prepare for public speaking in school, but also for job interviews. It just really is a great base to really get them to be comfortable with who they are.
And even about the drama of life. I mean, they're dealing with dramas all the time and plot lines, seeing what's really going on, what gets behind it, how to put together an organized structure to make a presentation. All these things are skills that they're picking up, maybe through osmosis in some cases, but by direct direction, actually.
Completely. A playwright takes what's happening in their world at that current moment and brings it into life, puts it on paper, so later it can be performed in front of an audience. And that's really most everything, most theatrical productions are based of some base of reality, of something that a playwright saw happening and probably took it to a different extent, to a different level to make it the artistic piece that it is.
Tell me about Cabaret then. That's a great lead in. So,
It is.
So what is it that this artist thought about and where did he bring it to, or she?
Okay, so Cabaret is a Candor and Ebb musical. It takes place in Berlin in 1940s, right in the smack middle of World War II. And it really focuses on not just the Nazis and the German population and the Jewish population, but also the gay population, and also Germany and Europe in general. And it takes its focus, or it's what I like to call its glitz and glamour, from the Kit Kat Club, which is a cabaret house where they perform for audiences. And it has lots of sparkle and glitter to go with to make it a great musical. But it also has that really strong message. And it is so current to what is happening in the world.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Right, so it's very, very current. It wasn't necessarily the reason why we chose the show.
That was unless you could have predicted the future.
Correct,
because
right.
This was chosen quite a while ago.
It was.
Yeah.
But it happens, and it's a great message to our audience members, young and old, to see truly how what happens in history can reoccur, but also what is happening in a show is really, it really describes what can happen in a community. And it's a story about love. There's many people who fall in love in this show, whether it's falling in love with their career or falling in love with another person, forbidden love, and that choice and that path of where you make those decisions and where your decisions not only affect yourself, but affect other people.
What an interesting message. And I'm going to ask Gina, she's out in the back, and we want to thank her for all the work. And she reads my mind. So if you look, here's the Cabaret crew and cast, right?
Yes, it is.
So you get to be excited and say, wow, that looks like a show that I want to go see. And Richard, you were saying about the children, that you're able to teach them a piece of history. We now have this thing called Antifa, right, which fits in with everything you're talking about, the anti-fascist movement, Everything you're doing is amazing. So let me just switch for a second. And by the way, all three of you, you have like a glow for what the work you do. I'm telling you, it's like an aura about what you do. So please, Melissa, let's share a little bit about, what about the last show? What happened?
So for the Little Mermaid, it was quite spectacular. There were 70 plus children in the production, which I think is just amazing and tells so much about what we at South Shore Theatre Works are doing. It was sold out. All 4 performances sold out for the weekend in early August, which again, it's summertime, but kids wanted to come out, and it was amazing. And I really feel that each child had a moment that they were highlighted in, or that a moment that they could shine. And from the little bitty ones who are about 3.5, 4, all the way up to the 18-year-olds, it just really came together cohesively and just wonderfully. And as you mentioned before, it's those life skills that they're learning in community theater with South Shore Theatre Works to go from beginning to end in a process, to see how characters confront different things in morality of a show, making choices, but also just in preparing themselves as they go ahead and work on a script, learn lines, commit to a project, and see it through the end. And you could just see the pride in their eyes every single night, and how excited they were and how much they wanted to do such a great job. And I really think it's a testament to the people who are worked behind the scenes tirelessly, but also to the parents and the children who really stepped up and wanted to be part of something that was just truly amazing.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying about the aura, though. You can see how you're speaking to it. And you gave me a great segue over to someone who is preparing his lines. So Tyler Cavanaugh. Tyler, how do you prepare your lines? How hard is it? And then we'll jump onto that question I was going to ask you.
So prepping for a show like Cabaret is definitely interesting. It's a little different than other roles that I've played. This character is incredibly complex. He's living in the multiple worlds that Richard has created in this show that all intersect with each other. So there's always the line that's written and the subtext that is underneath that line. There's the why behind the line.
All right, so we're going to make an example right here with you. We're going to do an experiment, all right? So that line that's your favorite, can you deliver that line?
Where are your troubles now?
Oh, that's fabulous. And what is the subtext to that?
The subtext would be that I say that line at the very end of the show. And I don't want to give away too much of the show, but a lot happens in it. And we all know that during that time period there was a lot of turmoil and there was a lot of trouble. And it actually is, it comes from the beginning of the show where I say, we have no troubles here. And so for then at the end of the show, for me to ask the audience again, where are your troubles? It's very telling of what my character knows and what my character sees, and how my character feels about the overall story that we've just told.
I love it. I'm actually going to start asking that question of my grandchildren, because they start with they're screaming over nothing. Where are your troubles now? And when something really happens, do you know what I mean? So I really love that. Mm-hmm. So why that character? I mean, there were many characters you probably would have liked to do. Why that one?
It's a challenge for me, and as an actor and as someone who has pursued this as a major part of their life, it's important to me to always be pushed to the next level. And South Shore Theatre Works has given me a great opportunity to do that in other productions. And this show, there were several roles that I would have been very interested in, some easier than others, and this was the most challenging. And that was really what drove me to say, I want to play the MC. I want to be this challenging character who has these levels and who every line has subtext. There is no line that I can say in this show that doesn't have something beneath
Almost
it.
with a wink. Everything's said with a wink. It doesn't have to be a physical wink, but there's something underneath.
Exactly.
Everything you say. Yeah, that sounds great. What would you say to someone who's aspiring to get into a program like you're into? Should they come on board with South Shore Theatre Works?
I think that South Shore Theatre Works has given amazing opportunities to everyone who's walked in the door. It's the type of program where everyone is given what they need and they are met at the level at which they're at and pushed to that next level. There's nobody who comes in and is cast in a role that they can't handle. There's nobody who comes in and is cast in a role that doesn't push them. It's a really, really amazing program in the way that it's set up, because everybody from actors on stage to board members to parents volunteering to community members volunteering, everyone is utilized and is told, let's take this to the next level. Let's push you so that you can learn a new skill. Let's have you do something you've never done before and that you don't think you can do in a lot of cases.
So kind of like making a garden grow.
Yes.
Right, and you guys are watering, right? So tell us a little bit about the chair membership that you do. So you would like to see the membership grow 40% this year.
I would like to see the membership grow 200% this year.
Okay.
You know, a lot of community theaters focus on a membership that is their performers, and that is not what we're looking for. We would like to see our community members join us as well as part of the SSTW membership, to join us to help us choose a season. Our membership gets to vote on productions. Our participants get to vote on productions.
Did you do something online with this recently? Like you chose a show based on online input?
Well, so it was somewhat in that way. So with the children's show, similar to what we did back in January with Big Bad the Musical, there was a host of options that we gave the children. And not only that, I think what I should say as well is South Shore Theatre Works, we're evolving. We're always evolving and kind of looking for that another way to do things. What's an improved way to do things, which I think is what's unique about us and what Tyler's talking about, cultivating and growing. But one of the things that came up this year was we did see a lot of children come out. And by children, I mean going into the preteens and the teenage category. So one of the things that Richard had discussed was potentially next year breaking it out and having a children-focused production with maybe some of the teenagers helping and assisting directing, which I think, again, is another way to help the kids cultivate and grow and kind of see another aspect of...
And they would grow also.
Correct.
And that's by helping the others. If you want to teach, learn. If you want to learn, teach.
Correct,
Right?
exactly. So kind of giving them another perspective, but also, you know, the children kind of look up to these teenagers, and we want to present that opportunity to them. And then what we also thought of was having a teenage production. So there were two options that were provided. One was focused towards children, and the other focused toward that tween teenage crew. And they came out with the Aristocrats for next year for the children's production. And then for the tween program, Heather's, the musical, the school edition. So there's a lot coming, but I do think that speaks to us evolving as a group, seeing the need, seeing what is available, seeing that these children are passionate about theater and wanting to reinvest in it as well over the coming year. So, and that lends itself to helping the membership grow, not only those in the show, but again, family, businesses, community partners. We've said this before, there are many ways to get involved, and just call us, reach out to us. We're happy to talk to anyone.
So what does membership cost, Tyler?
Membership is $40 a year for an individual. Or
That's it?
That's it. With
Right?
a host of
Right?
benefits.
And you can be in a show for that?
You
Okay.
can, and that lasts for a whole year, so you can be in as many shows as you want to be in the course of a year as a member. That
I would think
membership
it would
is
be
valid.
like $400. I mean, it's 10% of that.
Right.
Yeah.
It is a great program. It's amazing to be a member. We offer not only the opportunity to help us choose a season, we do some wonderful social events. We love to get together and just have fun. But we also this year produced a beautiful gala that really celebrated our members and celebrated the work that we did in the course of a year. Members have the opportunity to express interest in joining our board and just being a part of an ever-growing community. Is always a wonderful thing. So we do offer that for $40 a year. For families, we do offer a deal, 4 or more folks in one family. It's just $120 for a family membership as well.
Wow.
So one family is never going to be spending more than that.
That is truly
to be a
amazing.
part of
I mean,
our
when you look
community.
at, like, kids go to a camp for the summer, right? $600 for the week.
Oh.
I mean, $40 for the year, that's just amazing. You need a business manager. Okay, you got to do something about this, but it's just amazing. That's very, very good. So let me switch gears. We're talking about the Cabaret. When is it, first of all?
So September 15th, 16th, and 17th, and the 22nd and 23rd at Stoughton Hall in Randolph.
All right, and we have that up on screen, so you could jot down some information in the audience. So the 15th, 16th, and 17th. Why am I seeing 22nd, 3rd, and all those?
So the 15th, 16th, and the 22nd, 23rd are at 7:30 at night, and then the 17th is the one matinee performance at 2 o'clock. That's
So you
a
have
Sunday.
5.
There are 5
Yes.
performances, and one of those is a matinee.
Wow. Okay, that's terrific. All right, so that's the upcoming show.
Correct.
All right, and you've been directing that.
Correct.
In between tell us some other things you're doing, and then I'll jump over to your next production after that. So what else are you doing?
As last time we spoke at a rehearsal of Little Mermaid Jr., and as Melissa had briefly spoke about that we had over 70 young adults and young actors performing in
Well-behaved
that.
young adults. by the
Very
way. I
well,
was in that
very
room
well
They were
behaved.
amazing.
for about 2 hours with them, and they were delightful.
Thank you very much. I always feel like I'm a proud parent because, you know, it's okay what they behave like when they're at home or when they're alone with me, but when we have a guest coming in,
Yeah.
being on your best behavior is so important. And I think
hope they're
that's-
watching this.
I hope so, and I hope their parents are because they can learn a couple of things too, but we'll leave it at that. But we had a very, very busy summer. We had an all-adult production of Songs for a New World the weekend after 4th of July, then Little Mermaid Jr., first week of August, now Cabaret in September. And we are going to be doing A Christmas Carol, a play with music, this coming December. And that will be at Stoughton Hall as well. And that's the 15th, 16th, and 17th of December. And one really good way to really be up to date on exactly what we're doing, because as Melissa had said, we're changing. We're a brand new group that's evolving. I'm very fortunate to have such wonderful people who are invested as much as I am invested in this group, like Tyler and Melissa, who really do bring my dream alive and do help me on a day-to-day basis. And with that being said, we're ever changing. And we never know what crazy idea, and I'll say it before they say it, because I think it might come out better if I say it, what crazy idea Richard's going to have next. And we're completely evolving because we want to keep people coming back to SSTW. As an audience, as a cast member, we're very fortunate to have people share their talents. So when we first started a year ago, we said, we're going to do 2 musicals a year and a non-musical. And now last year we put on 5 productions, a gala. This year, our year begins June 1st.
Okay.
And here we are going on our 3rd production. Very shortly, we'll be rehearsing for A Christmas Carol. Once again, those dates are December 15th, 16th, and 17th. Great way to keep track of what's going on is by joining our email list. Okay. And they can do that by going on our website, www.southshoretheatreworks.com.
We've got it up on screen.
And then from there, they will be asked, there's a join link that they can go ahead and submit their email, and they'll be caught up with everything that's happening as things change, as things progress, as we announce auditions, upcoming membership events. Everything that's going on is very clearly on our website, our Facebook. We're also on Instagram and Twitter. I'm very fortunate to have board members, as I said before, that work tirelessly to really make sure that South Shore Theatre Works is out there, make sure that what we are doing is of quality, and make sure that we are really standing for our mission, which is to challenge, to empower our audiences, but also our actors as well.
What a wonderful story. So I'm going to segue over and do our announcements right now, and then when we come back, I want you to think about what did we miss. Mm-hmm. All right, so we'll jump over to announcements right now.
Hi, it's Gary LaPierre, and the crew wants to thank Maxie's Delicatessen. That's at 117 Sharon Street in Stoughton. They're 781-341-1662. American Cancer Society, yes, they're looking for volunteers. Drive cancer patients to and from their treatments. 1-800-ACS, 6662. or just go to www.cancer.org. Ilsa Mark's Food Pantry in St. Anthony's Free Market, 2 Park Avenue in Stoughton. For more information, call Christine Gallagher. That's at 781-341-0611 or 781-341-0549. Meals on Wheels. Just ask for Jessica. You'll find her at 781-344-8882, extension 2. Stoughton Penny Saver. Our business is advertising your business, they tell us. 27 Rose Glen Street, Stoughton, 781-344-4833. Community Forum showtimes in Stoughton. It's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at 6 p.m., Monday at 8 p.m., Tuesday at 5 p.m. It's on Comcast Channel 9 and Verizon Channel 28. All comments and suggestions welcome. Contact us at communityforum1@yahoo.com. Samaritans, they're at 41 West Street on the 4th floor in Boston, 02111. Their phone number is 617-536-2460. 24-hour helplines for Samaritans, and the number is 877-870-HOPE. That's 877-870-4673. Samaritans, you can find them at 800-252-TEEN. That's 252-8336. Or find them online at SamaritansHope.org.
All right, so we're just about back in studio, and I want to share with you that we have the Hometown Business Show, Tuesdays at 11, Wednesdays at 5:30, Thursdays at 8, Sundays at 7, Comcast Channel 9, Verizon Channel 28. And what the Hometown Business Show does is it exposes businesses, whether you're new or old here in Stoughton. Come on down, give us a call, and we'll get you on the show so you can let people know what you do. It's a fabulous way that cable can serve, Stoughton Cable can serve you. All right, we also have Monday Night Bingo at the Harvard Torah Congregation, 1179 Central Street, Stoughton. And you might think, that's no fun, or that's just old-fashioned. But let me tell you, it's a great group of people, and it's a really, really nice congregation. A Harvard Torah, just amazing. They even have like a Christmas at their Jewish temple. They're so open and inclusive. Great people. Go down and visit them. Have a good night of bingo. Doors open at 4:30 p.m. Games start at 6:30 p.m. And we have Stoughton's own Get Fresh cooking show. New episodes coming soon. Comcast Channel 9, Verizon Channel 28. Mondays, 5:30 p.m. Watch the show, then make your dinner. All right. Wednesdays at 8 p.m., Thursdays 9 a.m., and Fridays at 5 p.m. And also the 5th annual Ann Havlin Memorial Blood and Food Drive, Saturday, September 16th, 2017. You can stop in there just before you go to the show here with the South Shore Theater Works. Immaculate Conception Church is in Stoughton. For information, email Molly Mills at mollyann.mills@gmail.com. All right, so we're back here in studio. Richard Bento, Melissa Lynch, and Tyler Cavanaugh. I have to get all the names right. Okay, so what did we miss? We want to make sure that we share with the audience that we want you to come join this wonderful theater group. One thing I don't think people understand, it's not just Stoughton. You draw from the entire South Shore, whether it's Hanover, you have Holbrook, you have every area, Randolph, Sharon. If you want to become involved in a great theater for $40 a year, my goodness, if you want to develop those skills, what a great place, what a home. Right. So tell me more, what else have we missed?
Well, I think that it's so important, as we were talking about Cabaret, our fall production, as we're kicking off our fall season, it's really important that we let them know that tickets are available, and they're available online. They can be purchased through our website with brown paper tickets, and they get to choose exactly what ticket they would like, what seat they would like. So they get to choose, just like how it is when you go see a Broadway show that's on tour. In Boston, you get to see that in the same quality here in your local town, which is great.
And I think I heard a whisper about some new thing you guys are doing with immersion theater. So it has to do with drawing the audience and seating them in a way that they can be part of the show. Tell me about that.
I think Richard is always pushing the limits and pushing the boundaries, and I think this show is one of those types of shows. So in another way, he is including part of the audience members in the setup of where they would be seating, so on these tables. So as part of the VIP tickets that people can choose, they can go ahead and if they want to be a part of that experience, which I highly recommend, they should go ahead and purchase those tickets. And that is immersion theater and bringing the public in to be a part of the production.
Very nice. Tyler, what's sort of the send-off message you'd like the audience to hear besides to come see the MC of the Cabaret?
We would love to see you all join us to come and see Cabaret and leave your troubles outside.
That's great. And where are your troubles now? I just think that is such a weighted statement, isn't it? I mean, as your troubles evolve, so you use the word evolve a lot.
Right.
All right. So as a treasurer, Melissa, what are your troubles?
What are my troubles? I think it's just we're always, Richard said, you know, Richard has these amazing ideas and the board has these amazing ideas. It's not just Tyler, myself, and Richard. There are other people as well who are part of the cogs in this large wheel that is making South Shore Theater work every single day. And I think it's just ensuring that our longevity and making sure we can evolve. So making sure that the membership is up, making sure we get the audiences in to, again, fund our next productions and keep this moving forward. And I think we've done a very good job of that over the past year, and we want to continue to be successful. But one of the things people could partner with us is with sponsorships. To be in our programs, to help continue to generate that type of participation. One, get the marketing out, but also to support local theater. So those are generally my troubles, just making sure that we can provide the best production possible to the South Shore community. As you said, Broadway caliber, or reaching towards Broadway caliber, and that does cost funds.
So we want you to be the ultimate restaurant advertiser.
Right.
All right. So we want some restaurants to come in and put their name into the show. You guys could give them a great opening, you know, a great spot on your pamphlets and whatever, and get people to start going to these wonderful restaurants that need exposure.
And that's for our whole year. And 70 plus children. We have, you know, parents, grandparents. You know, there's a big slew of people that.
So
could
if you manage or
outreach.
own a restaurant out there, please consider backing up South Shore Theater Works. So I only have 10 seconds left. What do you want to say, Richard?
Well, I want to thank you for having us on the show once again, and really being part of a community, because I think we hear always that it takes a village, and it really truly does, and without the support of you all.
I got to watch out about asking him for that last 10 seconds.
Sorry.
Thank you all for watching. I want to thank Roy Cohen, Gina Coe in the background, Dave Young, and also Mike Hammond. Have a great day.